How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It helps out and means a ton. And we got chapter 154 of Jujutsu Kaisen today, so you know that means it's a good day. And yeah, Megumi is basically a master spy in this. I just absolutely love this whole, like, kind of hush-hush, infiltrate-y kind of vibe for him because he has the shadow powers and he can actually go into the shadows. And he makes very, very good use of that in this chapter. Panda is absolutely hilarious. It's just fun. So, we start off the chapter with Megumi and Panda meeting up and trying to finalize the plan before we really try to get the ball rolling. And we figure out that Panda has tried to go to Hikari's room, and he just hasn't been able to get in. He's just been stopped. Literally, he just gets close to the door and can't get any closer. So he stopped trying to get to Hikari because if he pursued him too much, he might just run away from him for good. So he just decided to be a crowd puller. So they start talking about whether or not Yuji will be able to persuade Hikari. And Panda says it's not really about Yuji's persuasion abilities. It more so relies on Hikari's willingness to join our cause. But even with that being said, Panda says it's more so down to time. If Yuji can have enough time with him, his cheerfulness and his just personality in general will probably match well with Hikari and make it easier to get him on their side. But if Hikari finds out that he is a Jujutsu High student, all bets are pretty much off. He's just gonna be like, nope, I'm out, done. So, the biggest thing we want to avoid is information about them being from Jujutsu High getting to Hikari, and this comes into play later. So, we get our plan going together. They're gonna take out the guards, avoid the cameras, all this stuff, keep quiet, hush hush, and then they're gonna guard the door to make sure nobody can get into the room once Yuji's in there talking to Hikari and more than likely Kei. So, we flip over to Yuji real quick. He won another fight. He's doing his funky little Yuji dance, and he's won enough fights. He's pulled enough crowds. Hikari wants to talk to him. So, he gets the meeting. He goes up there. Kei gets the text about him coming up there, and then we get this awesome scene where Megumi is popping out of people's shadows and just hopping on their back and choking them out, and then putting their hands behind their back and tying their thumbs together with the zip ties. Not like doing the wrist thing with the zip ties, but tying the thumbs together. I like that detail. That's good detail, Akutami. You didn't have to do that, but you did, and I like it. And he tapes the mouth up. Obviously, that's more detail, but that's a very common thing when you like knock somebody out and you need to leave them there. Oh, you always tape the mouth up. So, hops into another guy's shadow as he starts coming around a pillar, hops back out of it, and just immediately throws this dude into a triangle choke. Yeah, Megumi is very skilled at hand-to-hand combat. Most people in the series are, and that's part of what makes it so much fun. The hand-to-hand combat is just phenomenal, even when it's people just getting choked out. So yeah, next we get Panda, and he's doing his cute little panda roll with the tire on his back, being just adorable. And then these guys are like, I wonder if he wants my fish sausage. And then Panda just pops up, knees one guy in the gut, and immediately just throws a sidekick into the other guy's gut, knocks them both out instantly with one shot, and then he just takes the fish sausage and just walks off eating it, singing to himself, walking up the stairs. Pops out, sees Megumi like, yo! He's too much. Panda, I love him. He is one of the best comedy relief characters ever. He's great. And on top of being comic relief, he's also awesome and great to fight. So yeah, Panda is just A1, like a lot of the characters in the series. So yeah, he gets up there. Megumi's like, is Hikari not gonna get mad about us if he figures out about this later? And Panda's like, no, it's fine. I don't know about that, Panda. Anyway, yeah, this is when Kei starts walking up the ramp. Yeah, we were under the assumption that Kei always stayed with Hikari, from what Panda was saying earlier in the chapter. And then they pop up, and all of a sudden, they see Megumi with Panda, and they know Panda, so they know Panda is from Jujutsu High. So if Megumi is with him, that means Megumi's probably from Jujutsu High as well. And if they're up here, that means they're trying to infiltrate and talk to Hikari. And she remembers that Megumi was the guy that was with Yuji. So if he's from Jujutsu High because he's with Panda, that means that Yuji was probably from Jujutsu High too because he was with Megumi. So she has to tell Hikari now and grabs her phone. I don't think I needed to make that as complicated as it was, but I'm glad I did. So, yeah. goes to grab the phone. Megumi's very quick on the draw and already has the Divine Dog Cone Totality going straight at him. And yeah, all of a sudden, Cone just flies straight back into Megumi and slams into him. Yeah, K's got a weird technique. We don't know exactly what's going on with this. If you call it right, if you get it right, good on you, because I'm not even trying with this. So yeah, the Divine Dog got blown back, but the important part is it got the phone out of K's hand. So that means K actually has to get to the room to tell Hikari what's going on. This is when we see, I didn't notice this at first, a spark pop up above K's head, Megumi's head, the Divine Dog's head, and Panda's head. And then K's running to the room. Panda tries to catch up, tries to say, wait, we're not your enemy, we just want to talk. But he can't get any closer, so it doesn't matter. K's just going to keep running to the door. And this is when all of a sudden, Cone Totality jumps in front of K in between them and the door. So now we figure out K can't get closer to Cone either. So we have Panda who can't get close to K, and then K who can't get close to Cone, who's in between K and the door. Now, all of a sudden, Megumi launches toward Cone Totality and slams into it. So, Panda can't get close, so none of them can get close to each other, except for Megumi and the Divine Dog. They cannot get apart from each other. I have a feeling that this is because the Divine Dog is part of Megumi being from his cursed technique. The cursed technique comes from your cursed energy. It's a part of you, so it would make sense that Megumi can't get away from the dog. This might not be exactly what it means. I might be taking it the wrong way. This is interpretation at the moment, but that seems to make sense to me. They are kind of the same. It's part of Megumi, so why would he be able to get away from it? I mean, I don't know. One way I'm taking it. It might be wrong. But yeah, the others, nobody else can get close to each other. So we're in a stalemate where right now we're actually looking like we're in a decent position because, well, K can't get to the door if Megumi and Cone stay in front of the door. So yeah, we're looking pretty good right now. And yeah, we also finally get to see the little star on Panda's butt, which isn't shown until now. And yeah, it wasn't shown, I don't believe it was shown when K mentioned, I'm sure I've marked Panda before. I'm pretty sure that was a decent bit before this. Now the star gets shown. So I think that's telling us that something has to do with the mark. There's something to do with those sparks that went off over everybody's head. But with all that said, this is a very complicated technique so far, at least when you don't know the exact ins and outs of it. Maybe after it's explained, it won't be quite as confusing, but right now, it seems a little bit complex. But yeah, after this happens, we switch over to Hikari and Yuji, and Hikari tells Yuji, what would you say if I told you I could pay 1 million yen per month for 1 hour of work per day? Now, 1 million yen does not translate to $1 million, but still, for a monthly salary, I'm pretty sure it translates to a pretty high amount, especially when you consider the fact that you only work 1 hour a day. So yeah, I'm telling you right now, if I'm in Yuji's spot, I'm taking the deal. I mean, we're still going to do all the other stuff with the culling game on the side, but I should be able to squeeze out an hour a day. Maybe just take some vacation days for the culling games, and then I can get right back to it. If Nanami was here, he would 100% take that deal. That dude was about the money. He would have been taking that all day, every day. Respect to Nanami. So, yeah, this was a super fun chapter. I really loved Megumi's involvement in this chapter. I love him in this infiltratey, kind of sneaking through actual people's shadows, choking them out, triangle chokes, Panda, kneeing people in the stomach, side kicks, this weird complex curse technique that we don't know about, Panda wanting the fish sausage, him having a star on his butt, all kinds of great stuff about this chapter. It was super fun to me. I hope you guys enjoyed the chapter just like I did, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.